And we are back here once again with another episode of the Cloud9 podcast, season 11, episode 3. So this past week, we did not have an episode on Thursday. As you guys knew, I took my first vacation that I had since 2019. I actually went out to Vegas for the 2024 Las Vegas Geeks and Gamers and Friday Night Tights meetup. I do have vlog footage from actually going to the event. The vlog is currently getting worked on right now, and you guys should see that come out sometime soon, actually. So everyone knew that we weren't going to have a show on Thursday and that we were going to be resuming the 2 episodes of this show a week starting today, actually. And if you guys are listening to this podcast on any podcasting platforms, or you want to find the Cloud9 podcast on your favorite podcasting platforms, go and search up Master Swag King, the Iron Man podcast, and Cloud9 podcast, and the yellow lion icon is me. You can choose to watch the Iron Man podcast, which is all of my one-on-ones, panel shows, Yu-Gi-Oh podcasts, or any like special podcasts that we do. It's all encompassed in that. And then the Cloud9 podcast is basically everything surrounding the competitive landscape for League of Legends. And this weekend was so packed with games. We had the third place matches, which are now called the lower bracket finals. And then we had the finals for the LEC 2024 spring split and the LCK 2024 spring split. So I did get a chance to watch all the games actually between both the LCK and the LEC. We'll start with the LCK first because obviously they're more important and they're probably going to be the only region that competes with China this year because the LEC really sure isn't looking like it. And then we'll go over the LEC. Now, for the LPL, we will be going over the LPL more this Thursday because I haven't had a chance to watch the last like 2 or 3 best of 5s from the LPL. But I do want to talk about the LPL coming up this Thursday. And the Iron Man podcast will be hitting 400 episodes tonight when me and Mr. Blanks over on Rumble, gotta follow me on Rumble, talk about the newest Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG Forbidden and Limitless update, which brought in some interesting updates to the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. It's crazy that these lists always happen on like a Saturday or a Monday. I don't really know why that's always constantly a thing. But yeah, man. What's up, dude? How you doing?
Oh man, crazy weekend. Like right now, I'm finishing watching the Pokemon finals. Wolf Glick from VGC. He won his 9th regional, dude. Oh my god, that shit was so loud. You was able to hear the yell on the PTCG not PTCG guy, the TCG stream. He was able. That's how loud it was because they like the showcase matches are like I think they're next to each other. It's crazy. And I'm like, yo, this shit is wild. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, dude, I've been up there, not all day, because I went from, 2 o'clock in the morning watching LCK, went to sleep, woke up, I watched the game 4 of LPL, then LEC, Pokemon, and then as soon as the LEC was over, I went watched the Knicks game, and then I watched the Lakers game while counting cards.
Like I watch the games,
watch the game that I've been trying to sell all these cards that are coming off the bailers. I got copies of them. Like I have 3 copies of Protos. Like, I could have bought more, but I'm not thinking they're going to bring that shit back. I'm selling my copies. I'm trying to get rid of them as soon as possible. I tell people I'm selling for like $20 to $25 depending. Because they're like 40, but they're dropping.
Yeah,
they're like dropping. That's why I'm trying to. I'm not trying to wait, but I'm trying to see where people feel comfortable to buy it at. Because I put mine out there last night. Like, okay. Because this shit is $50 right now.
Because there's so much to go over regarding Yu-Gi-Oh! Later on in the Iron Man podcast. We're going to start talking about the LCK first. We're going to start with I'll just get this out of the way right now.
Yeah.
I know there was recent comments made about the whole like DDoSing situation. Faker made some comments on it. Here, this is my conclusion that I was thinking about it while I was at work. For T1, what they should understand is if they're gonna lose sometimes, you're gonna lose best of fives. It's gonna happen. You don't need to be doing like no press conferences.
But the issue is they were getting the same opportunities to practice at the same level as their counterparts. That was the issue.
I was just bringing up like, just be like, if the media wants to interview, just be like, hey, no comment. Because later on, when they got a little bit of practice, they were pretty convincingly the better team. Like I told people, from that time that Homolife beat them, Doran literally on the stream, on video, was like, hey, we actually won. He was actually so unsure that they would win in the fashion that they did. And right when I heard that, I was like, because that's why I've always said the reason why esports should have like double elimination is because if your team is legitimately better, you should have no problem beating them again. If your team is legitimately better, right, you should have no problem beating that team again.
But I'm gonna tell you why that's a double-edged sword. Like, double is good, but it's also bad because it gives another like team an opportunity to like win. Where it's like, were you really able to ever beat them? Like, because sometimes you catch a team off, you catch somebody off one day. It's like, because like in Pokemon Go, this guy won. He got beat twice, but then whatever happened between the time he got beat the second time and he faced him the third time, something happened to his opponent. Because
that's the thing is,
it's like
Homolife definitely did not keep up that same level of momentum when they beat T1. So it was obviously T1 had weaker practice going in. I would just say going forward, just if the media wants an answer or their fans are just say no comment. That's it. Like, I don't know what was the point of giving
but no comment is one of those things where it's like,
no, you just give no comment. You're like, hey, I'm not answering that. You just move.
But now you look suspicious. You don't. It's one of those things.
Well, no, because it looks suspicious because were they just making excuses to why they lost? It's like, but
it's also suspicious. No, but it's also suspicious on why you're not answering it.
Yeah, no, I would just go, hey, no comment. We'll just beat them next time. That's it. Because if now they beat them. They beat them now, and it's like, well, why did you complain about it before then? There was no issue with them winning.
No, there wasn't, because think about it, they were getting DDoS the whole. It's one of those things where I understand where you're coming from, but it was
because that would lead to the excuse portion of it. I'm not saying that we're making excuses.
But then I can flip the whole thing. If you say no comment, but then why you not commenting on it? Is it a bigger problem than it? See, if
you just say no comment, you just don't have to comment.
No, but then why is it no comment? Why are you not answering it? Why are you moving it around the thing?
That's how it goes.
No, because don't forget, I used to try to go for HR. Anytime you say you gotta be careful about saying no comment enough time, because then it's gonna be like, what are you hiding? And then you're gonna have people try to
because that would only be applicable if Faker hadn't come out and said, yeah, we did have practice, but I was just mad that we just played bad. He just said, I'm just mad we played bad. So that's why their press conference that day was just confusing. They didn't need to do it at all.
No, it wasn't confusing. They didn't practice, but the thing is, they
didn't practice. They didn't practice in enough time frame to actually get sufficient practice. And he was mad
because they didn't practice. Because think about it, everybody else already had significant more practice than it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're behind.
I'm saying the press conference they had was worthless. It didn't.
They
beat them. They were the better team, right?
No, because Homolife beat them before. That time. And then they beat him again. That means, okay, Homolife was ramping up. That's why, and then these DDoS happened. The comment was correct. The reason why I no longer do no comment, and I like there's times the one thing Faker should have said is I'll have if you say no comment, you gotta be like, let my representative or whoever answer it. Because
all he had to say was, we didn't perform very well up to expectations today, and we will do better next time. He didn't have to talk about anything. They had to mention nothing. Because if they got to practice, but it wasn't good enough, and he was just mad, they were just performing like shit. That's fine. That's understandable.
But it's not fine because then it's like, but then it's like I said, the way the media is, they'll find a way to break it down. Like, Trust me, I understand where you're coming from, but
because I can understand why people will go like, then that's an excuse though.
It's an excuse, but then if you don't say anything, you're screwed either way. If you don't say anything, what are you hiding? What happened? Why are you not screaming? Why did you play like this? It's one of those things where it's like you're like, it's like.
Because that's the thing, though.
He shouldn't have said something.
With a better team.
He shouldn't have said something.
Better on
but
the
also
it was.
The issue is he shouldn't have said something, but he also can't say no comment. You got.
You could literally have just said, if you didn't want to comment, all you have to just say, we didn't perform up to expectations, and we'll do that next time.
Yeah, you say that too, but it's like, wait a second, why did you play up to performance if you had to practice? See, now you start answering questions.
All you just answer is just, our practice just didn't go as well as we thought. Simple stuff like that.
That's how is it simple? But why didn't you get that practice? Was the DDoS that bad? Did Ryan give you?
Never go into like what specifically made their practice bad. Because
but they start asking those questions. You don't want more questions to be asked. You just want to ask the question one time, leave me the fuck alone.
No. If that's not good enough, then I have no clue what.
See, that's the thing. It's never going to be good enough. That's why you gotta say at this time.
What made it worse is them talking about the DDoS situation. That's what made it worse. They shouldn't have mentioned that at all.
But the DDoS, we already know the DDoS is probably happening. That's it's not because it would have probably came out eventually that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's the thing. The way you answer that question, you don't say no comment.
If they had said no comment, they would have to answer for anything. They could have just.
You gotta be like at this moment, we're not answering any questions about certain things. Like if any information gets out, you gotta be like, you gotta say it, but you don't say no comment. But you don't say that. But yeah, you don't. But because I'm coming from the Major League Sports, you just don't say no comment. That, and I was like, what? Because
that's the thing. To someone like T1, if Faker says no comment, what are you gonna do? Question him? It's like you're gonna be like, okay.
You don't question though, but at the same time, you start questioning Oregon.
Well, you're gonna have your suspicions, but if he says no comment, there's really nothing much else you can do. If he doesn't have to answer, he doesn't want to.
He doesn't have to answer, but it's like, but the thing is because was it Korean media? Because I'm not sure how Korean media is, but I do know how, or I do to a certain degree know how the fans over there. The fans over in Korea are much more diehard than the ones over here. For this sport. That's why I say you don't. That's why you never want to say no comment unless you have literally. You say at this time we have nothing to say. That's how you answer it. It's longer to say no comment, but when you say at this moment in time,
what else follow up comment could you have if he would say, we didn't get sufficient practice, we didn't play very well.
We did get sufficient. We did get sufficient practice because of it'd be reasons outside of our structure because of accounts.
These people are so in love with him, they're not questioning anything he says. They're like, oh, okay,
no,
you're right.
Maybe the people that don't like T1 fans might question, and that's the thing too.
Their performance in the best of three would show that they did not have sufficient practice. That would be.
That's why, as a media marketing person, I'm not saying for me, but that you have to be prepared to answer every kind of question. That's why you always know how to try to get around answering.
That was that's my thing on that. Because like basically since they beat Hanwha Life, none of that really is gonna.
Like right now it doesn't matter because you're in MSI.
And they showed that Hanwha Life just played better on that day. They're the better team when it came to the situation.
That would work if Hanwha Life
had won, that would have been pretty weird.
Yeah,
they've been like, okay, it wasn't just that on-day performance. Now, I remember the game one, like because we went over that game one.
And also, if Hanwha Life did beat them in the best of three before the playoff, then it's one of those things like, okay,
they did win that.
Yeah, that's why I said you. That's why you got to look at every angle because you never want to leave
the crowds back, right?
Yeah.
Or is it before they had the crowds back?
It was before they had the crowds back.
Yeah, this is before the
crowds. That's why you're like, okay, what happened? It's like you start getting those questions, and if someone's going to slip up, that's why you immediately train the hell out of people.
That's why I think the only reason why they even did the interview was because maybe their fans were demanding like an explanation to why they lost to that org so much. You know, that's the only reason why I could think.
That's why you put Faker out there and tell them it was DDoS, and then because most of the time we're scripting we're scripting. There's a piece of paper somewhere, or they rehearse it. It's like, oh, okay, say this, do that. Anything else you say, we'll find you. But they're not gonna find Faker. They'll probably just be like, okay, Faker, don't do this again. Mm-hmm. But it's like make sure you follow the script, word by word, and boom. Or not word by word, but in a sense where it's like make it seem like it's your words, and then boom, right there. No one's gonna question Faker. But they're going to question the org because there are people that look at Faker and say he's bigger than T1. Like,
could be. Yeah.
There are fans that are like, without Faker, like think about it last year when Faker was off the team sucked. It'd be like, yeah, they're right. It's one of those things where it's because as a media person, you look at social medias, you look at everything and see how people react to certain things, and then you work accordingly. What I was taught in class is you never want to go say no comment because there are people that be like, "Why?"
Do you think? No, well, that's what. Would they really care what an random media outlet's saying? Honestly, no comment to that.
Nah, they would, but then
you're saying that if they said no comment, then the perception amongst the media will be that they're hiding something.
Yes, not the fans, but the media. The fans will give a shit as like the fans like, all right, cool. Okay, T1 lost. They're going to bounce back. It's like the media. The media is the corporations are more afraid of media than the fans. The fans, if they're loyal, the
fans get like a single answer. They're pretty much like, oh, okay, that's kind of
okay. It's like, okay,
that's the reason. Yeah,
it'd be like, oh, okay, DDoS. All right, cool. And it's like, but why DDoS? But why did Riot give me the account? Riot should do better. And then it's like, oh, fuck.
No, Riot should do better. That's true. Yeah.
It's like, and then it's like, but why did Riot? Oh, we did give him accounts, but then why did they get DDoS again? And it's like, oh, fuck it. Okay, that's too many damn questions. And it turned out, and then.
That's what I'm trying to say, man.
That's why sometimes corporations try to lead the blame onto like, okay, we can't have all the blame be on us.
Yeah, because from my point of view, man, I don't know why we got to be out here doing press conferences because we lost one single best of 5. It's like this: how many best of 5s orgs won? How many world championships? We won a press conference because we lost in one best of 5.
But my thing is,
kind of crazy fans do they have?
But my thing is. And then they showed us the proof that they haven't been on in 2 weeks. On their accounts. That's mean if they didn't show us the screen grabs of them not being on, I'm like, you guys should have shut the fuck up. That gave it some credence, but it's like, okay. And then Homolife was so surprised. I was like, all right, cool. And then you see how Homolife get absolutely blasted by GENG. You're like, T1 lost to this, and then he's like, okay.
That's my thing. I'll ask you, don't you think it's a little bit excessive that we're having a big press conference for a loss and a best of 5? Even though they have an extra life, it's not like they're out. That's why Double M exists. So just in case that does happen, you get a chance to.
That I do agree. It's like, I don't know if I would have done that, but
the whole ass press conference.
But sometimes you just get ahead of it. You just reassure your fans.
So fuck off.
Sometimes, hey. Ain't these the same fears out here saying death threats?
No, last year. Remember last year, that guy said because KT lost to T1, I'm gonna go stab Faker. They were like, huh?
Like I said, see, that's why you got it. You gotta know your fans too. You gotta know your fans.
That person.
Think about it. Think about it. This motherfucker out here talking about in the comments like, oh, GENG won LCK again means T1's gonna win every side. I'm like, oh fuck. Oh, GENG only win Korea. Only win in Korea. They can't win anywhere else. Chovy's going to choke again. I was like, God. It's like,
he actually has been playing so well. If he, I couldn't see a world he doesn't do well at this.
There was a meme somebody had it on Reddit, but they deleted it. They said Chovy versus T1. He's the Hulk from the Avengers. And then Chovy versus China. He's the Hulk from She-Hulk. I was like, yeah, that's. I tried to save it, but by the time I went back, like the person deleted it. I was like, fuck, that shit was funny. It was like, it just wasn't Chovy. It was GENG, but it was like, oh shit. It's like, but you look at it, you're like, okay, now T1 won. It's like, T1 the other side. Okay. You got that. It's like, all right, cool. Now it's just.
Well, let's talk about the third place match first. We had T1 versus Humble Life Esports. That was a rematch, obviously, of their upper bracket match. And so game one, I remember they tried to cheese Zeus on TF. They did effectively put him down for quite a bit. But I want people to understand, Humble Life pulled off a lane swap and then were themselves 11,000 gold behind. The fact that they even put this guy down that hard goes to show that, I don't know if that's T1 being better or Humble Life just being absolute shit to the point where, like, you can do something that well, that early in the game, and you're still losing the game. Because for the most part, the only reason why they lost that game one was because they messed up I think they messed up one of the team fights, actually.
It was a team fight near the, I want to say near the Dragon. I want to say.
It was near the Dragon, or it was one of the Baron where they just lost it and they just lost the game. I was like, wait a minute, these guys are worse. These guys are the only person that kept Humble Life going is just Viper. I don't understand what other thing a man can do to help his team. Oh, sorry, Delight actually had a pretty good series too. I think they should swap. I'll be honest with you guys, I love Lehens. I do, but swap Delight and Lehens. Just swap them. That's what they should do. Pace plays better with Delight. He did play better with him. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like Viper and Delight and Paze and
he played better. He played better with Paze, but then not with the rest of the team as much. That's why it's one of those things. Like, what do you like more? Playing with, like, do you want a support that's mainly good?
If you want someone to enable Paze to have him play a little bit better, I doubt they would do it, honestly. But that's the idea that I would go with if they want to make an upgrade later on. If this year they don't meet their expectations, is be like, hey, Hamla, can we ever roll this support back? Hey, you want to trade? You know, hey, yo, do me a favor, dog. Come on. You know, hey, we did like beat your ass with him, so you know, you kind of want this guy, right? So later on in the series, it just kind of shown Team were just a better team. One of the games, I just absolutely lost my brain. So one of these games, Zeus picks Vayne. Also in the game, gets shut down. They correctly know, hey, we need to make sure this guy does not pop off. They do that, and later on in the game, for some reason, King, his name not King. Who was he having that game? Who's their top laner? Humble Life. Doran just doesn't TP to help his team. Then the rest of the team are doing some things well, up to the point where they're like, wait a minute, that Vayne we kind of stopped? Oh, shit. Now she's like ass-scraping us. Oh, God, now we lost. Oh, shit, now we're out.
Yep.
Oh, God. Yeah, Humble Life's season is over. I mean, they were the third best team, like we predicted.
Yeah.
They were pretty much just solely carried by Viper and Delight. Zeka. Yep. I'll be honest, I don't know why people still have this guy. He only played good in one tournament. He's only ever been good in one tournament. He's I don't know what kind of equivalent I could make for him. He's only been ever good in one specific tournament, which was Worlds 2022. He's always been just okay.
He's trying to say who.
I don't know what I don't know what to really compare him to. He's just like he's a very overrated player. He's just okay. He's not in any way, shape, or form an X factor to make any team better, honestly. There's a reason why those other teams didn't want him. He's not good early that much.
Oh, he's
the fact that guy got all pro third mid laner that's just depressing.
Oh, he's Toronto Raptors 2019. Pretty much they got hot 1 year and then they fell the hell off after.
Yeah.
You can say that. You can
Mavericks
say
for the 1 year that they won.
2011. Actually. Oh,
yeah.
You're gonna hate this analogy. Nick Foles 2018.
I hate you, but I agree.
I was thinking
every Sam Bradford year ever. I would say
ass. You're an ass. The 1 year Carson was he gets drafted. He plays good, but never gets to the Super Bowl. The 1 year he gets completely injured, like as he's having a good year, they put in the backup quarterback and they get to the Super Bowl and win. It's like, and then they go back to Carson Wentz, ass again. It's like, and then they move on from both guys, get a new quarterback, get to the Super Bowl. It's like, Zeka is Nick Foles. Yep.
I don't. What the heck? Let the background go away. What the fuck? Okay, that's odd. So I'm being honest with you guys. I really don't understand what people see in this guy. Homolife don't need this guy. He is never going to be a player that can win you a title. I'm sorry. He's just not a player that can ever win you a title. He just isn't, honestly.
Who would you get in replacement of him?
Who do you want? That depends.
Because he's the mid laner. That's me. Shit, did he take somebody from America? No, nah. I was like, it's two of you?
Sorry.
Yeah.
The other tab kind of started bugging out. I was like, wait, there's two of me?
But that's the thing you have to think about. Who would you?
Yeah, because so like, attempt to buy BDD. That might give you an edge.
Okay.
Showmaker said he's never leaving DK. So that's that. Well, to be fair, I will say this: a lot of players say they're never leaving X org, and then dollar signs start hitting and they start changing their tune.
I think Showmaker got like a fat bag from DK.
If they can ever attempt to get Showmaker away from DK, that would be an upgrade. The only other players that I see. Maybe put Closer around better. Closer's on Fear X. Maybe put him around these guys. Maybe it might work better because they're just. If Homolife ever want to compete the top of the table, well, to be fair, your top three are at the top of the table. They're probably going to go to Worlds later on this year anyway. Like, I don't know how you win domestic trophies with this guy. You just can't. He's just not strong enough. He just can't compete with Faker or Chovy.
He's strong enough to get.
He can't even really beat Showmaker. Honestly, he can't really beat BDD.
Oh hell no.
BDD hasn't been playing that well, but he can still beat him.
No, the issue is BDD's team is just too damn fractured with him. Like, KT's fractured. Like, if I hear one person say that T1 KT is a rivalry, get the fuck out of here. That's at this point now.
That was a rivalry like 5 years ago.
At that point, it's like the Giants and Eagles rivalry. At one point it was a rivalry. Now it's
Now it's just. All right, one of them is just clearly better, and we just have to accept it at this point.
But then the Giants do beat you once in a while. But it's like it's not.
Yeah, they always give you that hope. It's always that one that gives you the hope back again.
Like the one time KT beats T1, it's like, oh yeah, but you beat T1 at half health. Like that's beat somebody at full health. Then come talk to me.
Because the last best of 3 they actually won against them was the one where Faker was out. Actually.
Poby, who's shit at this point. There's people that want him off the
because that's the thing. Is there no one in LCK Challengers that can be a better upgrade to Zeka? There's no one there. To be fair, I haven't watched LCK Challengers forever.
I'll be right back.
You're fine.
No. Oh no, I'm good. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm good. Yep.
Is there no one in LCK Challengers that's better than Zeka? I'm just being honest here. Because, Doran is an upgrade to King In. Peanut's an upgrade to whatever shit situation they had with that last year. That was just hell. Viper's one of the best ADCs in the league. And you have Delight, who is an upgrade of her life. All you need to do is get a stronger mid. Not even stronger to the point where he's I demand all the resources. No, you could just need a guy that's just good on his own, who can fight on his own, who can create pressure on his own. Zeka just doesn't do that. I'm sorry. Even when he carries, it just doesn't look that good, honestly. That's just me personally. But yeah, Homolife season is over. We'll see him in summer. I'm pretty sure they'll be going to Worlds. I don't think there's any other team beside them and maybe DK that are going to be going to Worlds for the LCK later on this year, honestly.
It's gonna be the two teams that made it MSI, Homolife, and now it's a coin toss between DK and KT.
Yep. Now we go to the finals. GENG versus T1. This one actually went to 5 games. So in their series history, only 3 of their best of 5s have ever gone to 5 games. Yeah. It was the one at MSI last year. And then there was the one also last year it was the summer split. Yeah, that was also in the upper bracket final. That went to 5 games. So out of all their best of 5s, only 3 of them have ever went to the full distance of 5. And this is their 5th back-to-back finals appearance. dread it, run from it. Gen G versus T1 will still arrive. And just right when you think Faker can't do it, Faker can't reach the finals, he does. Just Faker just always right behind you, creeping on you like Michael Myers, ready to just like shank you. Actually, he's just right there, ready to just loom over you. So this was a wild series, actually. So game one, we're watching this live, and I think game one, if they had actually drafted a little bit stronger, they actually have a good shot at winning game one. Now, when I say they win, I don't know, obviously, because I can't predict that. But game one, Carrier on Poppy is just useless. I got the idea why they actually put him on it, because you could just set up Poppy, everyone just goes in and piles on. Poppy should have been with Owner. Owner should have had, and obviously Carrier should have had Maokai. Then Coma drafted Aatrox into Rumble, and that you just don't do that. I was like, he picks Cassante here, right? You don't draft Aatrox into Rumble, right? Because that's just how you lose. And then obviously you guys saw the Aatrox pick in the Rumble just not good. Like he got completely just shut out. And I can't really blame him for that. That was just incredible draft diff on like Coma's side of it. Because you saw game two. Game two, we took Cassante, because that would make sense, obviously. You would take Cassante, you know? Game one, Zeus, I don't really know what was wrong with him these past couple of series. He just wasn't himself. Maybe
like nerves
and pressures got to him. He was really overextending. Like remember game one, he was overextending at moments he knew he shouldn't be in those spots.
Yep.
He eat over the wall, ulted, and just started hitting the air. I'm like, okay, this guy's just clearly choking. Like this is not the same player I saw like a few months ago. Like what is this guy doing? Like, and then I would say for Faker played really well. Faker had a really great series, actually. I think the only thing Faker did bad was when he accidentally clicked inside of the Rift Herald and he drifted himself to die. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. That was his only real blunder. Other than that, he played great throughout the entire series. Keria was, after the Poppy pick, I was like, can this guy get on an actual support? Can this guy actually play real things? And he's like, I'll just play Nautilus. And okay, that's fine. He just took over the game, honestly. If he had a more playmaking-ish support to what he can play to, I think the series looks a lot different. Gumayusi actually played better than Pace mostly throughout the series. It was mostly Gumayusi doing a whole lot better than him. If Zeus was having a lot of huge nerve issues, but Pace was definitely feeling pressure. This guy was really underperforming in a lot of those games. Which game did he perform well in? I think the only game he performed legitimately well in was the Callista game in game one. Because every other game, he was just completely out of just the loop. Honestly, mispositioning, overextending, spots where he shouldn't be in. Owner actually, for me, played pretty well outside of the game one Maokai game, actually. Outside of that game, he's fine. Everything else he played just completely okay in. Keem was good throughout most of the series. Kangen was pretty solid. Chovy, obviously, is the X factor team. This is what T1 need to do. If the same thing I criticized every team for, if Chovy is popping that hard off Aurelion Sol, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Why do they have to subject themselves to that? This guy is really ass raping us on YouTube on Aurelion Sol. Hey, please get rid of it. Hey, no, dragon. Yes, let's get rid of this dragon. Because in game two, Chovy was doing really well. They managed to catch out Chovy in one of the spots, and then they actually just won the game off that. I don't know what is with T1 and getting a pick, getting Baron, and then ending the game. They're just the best at doing that. So other than that, it was a fantastic series, just from start to finish. I would say it's one of my top 3 favorite LCK finals. The Rocks Tigers versus KT Rolster is always going to be probably the best one to me. KT versus Griffin. It's always a great one there. There's the original KT Bullets, they were called back in the day, versus SKT, which is Faker, what was that? Where he did the whole the Z out play that Faker did. That one was really good to watch. But yeah, man, I'll ask you, what did you think about the finals from last night?
It was great, man. It was kind of disheartening to see how it ended. I was like, shit. Because
Game 5 was the only blowout of the series, actually.
I wouldn't even say it was a blowout.
It was close up until when Faker did that Rift Herald thing. Because at that point, the map just opens. You know? Because the tempo but
I think also they had a choice. It was like the whole draft is like, do you ban Cassante, you ban Jace? It's like, because you can't give over both. You gotta. It was like one of them has.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, game 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, shit, because man, you gotta. I was like,
because that's the thing. I understand why Koma had. I know like they were going crazy on Reddit. They're like, why is Zayus our carry player on Zach? He was choking every game. He was quite literally like just couldn't function as a human being. Like,
yeah,
you have to give him something supportive. If you give him Zach, he could just he's not going to be feeding. If you feed on Zach, you probably suck. But Zach is the safest top laner you can play. He can engage,
yeah,
he's super tanky, and he can dive. At least you're not feeding on him, right? Because as a coach, you should be able to identify if your player is weak at something or he's just not performing at that moment and just band-aid that up. You know, I don't think he'll be doing this at international competition.
yeah.
I think maybe just pressure just really got to him. Also, Lehen's also himself struggled throughout the entire series.
Oh no, Lehen's just got.
What was that? So T1's like, yeah, we'll pick Poppy support. All right, cool. Genji win. All right, okay. Even that game 1, you're like, Genji, you're getting kills, but this is not really mounting to anything. You know,
it was the kills were actually helping T1 because Genji could not execute anything after that. They get a kill, can't take a play over tower. It's like, what are you doing?
Remember how they left the outer tier 2 turrets up and they had like 20 health? I was like, bro, knock those down. You could walk up and just hit those actually.
Exactly.
Oh, the Faker. Oh, yeah, that Faker quadrant. We watched that live. Everyone, I mean, obviously saw my reaction. I was like, how is this old man still doing this stuff? Now, theoretically, I have no clue why they went up and did that to him. They could have just took the dragon and left. I don't know why they chose to do that, but, you know, these guys are chinks for a reason. So it's just what they do. But, yeah, so Genji winning means King gets his first title. Kangen gets his 4th. Chovy has 4. Chovy has 4. No, yeah, Kangen and Chovy both have 4. Pays has 3, and Lehen's has 2. Because Lehen's, what's crazy is both Keen and Lehen's were on KT last year, lost to T1 both times, and both they lost in both upper bracket. They lost both in the
upper bracket and the lower bracket.
Yeah, they go to Genji with Chovy, and things are a little bit better for them. It's crazy. They lost to T1 both times upper bracket. Then they lost to Genji in the lower bracket. They just couldn't catch a break last year. That's why you don't go to KT to win anymore. I'm sorry, KT fans. Something wrong with that org, man. And last year, like we talked about last time on stream.
Yeah.
That one where they chose T1, that was a self-inflicted wound. That's not cursed. That's you just being kind of stupid, you know? But
you try to be cocky. It's like we try to like. It's the whole thing where I was playing against somebody earlier in a mirror match. And it's like when you try to do a 5-head move, but you actually did a 2-head move and you fucked up because you forgot to take the one piece off the board and you got killed for it. That's what happened. Yeah. They saw, Faker's not 100% healthy. But you keep forgetting that you're KT and Faker's back. Not Poby. It's not Poby. It's Faker.
Yeah, and this thing, they knew Faker was coming back. Everyone knew he's coming back in week 8. So
Faker at 50% health is still going to beat you.
Remember, even when he came back in week 8, they were slowly ramping up. Actually, they're slowly getting back to form. And at one point, T1 was ahead in the series. They were 2-1 just in game 4. Yeah. Game 4, Kangen was like, hey, man, we're like 2-1 down. What do you want? I want Kha'Zix.
Yep.
Huh? Yeah, Kha'Zix. Huh?
Kha'Zix actually makes sense because
Kha'Zix actually made sense. Yeah, I was like, that Kha'Zix pick changed the entire game. I was like, okay, that's some balls to be picking Kha'Zix in a game 4 where it's a deciding game. You have to win this to go to the next one. So, I mean, I guess Carrie is like, hey, he can pick random shit too. I guess it's going to work. Oh, fuck. I'm so surprised. I remember Hololive game 1, he picked Sejuani support. What is this guy not going to play? He picked Ezreal. He's picked Kalista. He's picked Sejuani. He's picked Poppy. He's picked Azir. He picked Rumble.
Now, if he gets to the finals again, he needs to pick Lux at least once.
No way.
Yes. If you would, hey.
And Lehen's is like, hey, yeah, I can do what Carrier does, and he support. He got absolutely blasted.
Oh, that was stupid. That was stupid. I'm glad the LCS not playing right now because Boostio would have done that. I was like,
I would have picked any support.
I was like,
I used to be. Why are they picking any support into Nami? That's terrible. That's awful.
No, fuck all that. Why are you picking Nami support? Period. Like that's the question.
They drafted Lucian, Nami, Oriana.
No, sir, not Nami. Why are they picking 80 support? That's what I meant to say.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, like that's the if they willingly picked any support into not like you people. Oh God. Okay, Lehens, never let that guy cook. That guy could cook some burnt shit because that was terrible.
Yeah,
I was like, bruh, any support? Like he did kind of make it look better in Game 5, but it's like I don't think that really made the difference, honestly. He could have just honestly picked anything else. Well, that's it. GENG and T1 go to MSI, actually, and that concludes the LCK 2024 Spring Split. Yeah, so I'm kind of glad it's these two going again because I just wouldn't have trusted Homolife on the international stage with Zeka. I'm sorry, All right, let's go to the LEC. This time around for BDS, Adam wasn't benched, actually, and he got a chance to play in the lower bracket final against Fnatic. What did you think about the Fnatic BDS series, actually?
Fnatic.
Yeah, because we just talked with the LCK and we're like, yeah, this was pretty good. Yeah, we loved it.
BDS got cocky game 3.
Yeah, so for me, guys, when I go from watching the LCK and the LPL, I'm like, man, that's some good League of Legends. Sloppy here and there, things happen. You're like, okay, cool. Then you watch the LEC, you're like, man, this is absolutely dog shit. This is terrible.
Yeah.
I was at work and I was watching it, and they were up 2-0, and I'm like, are they about to just clean this up?
Yeah, I saw that too. There, I thought.
I was like, wait a minute, this is BDS. You're like, wait a minute,
this is BDS. But I saw that Game 3 draft. I'm like, Fnatic gonna win this whole series. I don't know why. I just got a weird feeling.
Because the thing with Fnatic, which is crazy, is they played the best League of Legends that this roster has ever played in those last 3 games. All those last 3 games were pretty much just like stomps, actually, my opinion. Those games were just like destructively bad for BDS. So yeah, BDS's season is over. What do you want to say about them?
I don't know what to say about BDS. They tried their hardest. Them going up 2-0 with the death sentence. They could not. In this following 3 games, they could have closed out once. Each game got worse and worse for BDS. I'm like, Fnatic's gonna go to the finals. And I'm kind of glad it is because I look at BDS. I'm like, nah.
Remember, game 1 they picked Yasuo top, and I'm like, okay, Adam, because he just does that. He just throws curveballs like that in there.
Yeah,
I'll say game 1 was pretty convincing, and then game 2. It was the one where, that was the one where they started 7-0, and then somehow Fnatic kind of were slowly crawling their way back in. I was like, if you start 7-0 and that other enemy team starts crawling back, that's bad on you. Just putting it out there. Game 3, remember game 3? Fnatic were hard winning it for the most part. That's the thing is, I don't even know how to feel about BDS anymore. Like, Nuke was kind of doing better than Humanoid. I mean, they were pretty much just like, is it crazy to say that Nuke and Humanoid are on the same level at this point?
Yeah, well, yeah, about right.
They have I don't think Nuke has any highs. I think he's just okay. Humanoid has decently high highs, like we saw today, and he also has very low lows. I think with BDS, you start 2-0, and then every game got progressively worse to the point where the last 2 games, guys, were pretty much just like hard stomps. Their mentality went from like, oh yeah, we're 2-0. MSI inbound. Wait a minute, we lost 2 games. Hey, wait, we're about to get reverse swept. Oh wait, we got reverse. Oh shit, we're out. Damn. Then Nook starts arguing with Thorin on Twitter, like what the fuck are you doing, dude? What is wrong with you? Like, Nook's out here being like, no, you lost. You ain't shit, Nook. Stop. Like, fuck. Good Lord. Again, I think Thorin had that one take that I usually have with some of these leagues where it's like it does. This is kind of what it sounds like. I know Thorin said it doesn't sound like this. I disagree. This is what it sounds like. They're only doing well because other teams' better players are doing bad. That is true. That is what BDS is. And some people say, you're calling them. Yeah, I am calling them bad. They are bad. They are not a good team. BDS aren't good. They're only doing better because the teams with the legitimate better players are shit. Now, I know I know it's not their fault. I get it, but that still doesn't change the fact that the other teams in the league have better players than they do, and their team's performing better. The reason why BS are performing better is because their coaching staff covers up all their weaknesses, band-aids everything up. There's this fat fuck YouTuber I used to watch called Imclo40. He had a hole in his wall. We always used to tell him, fat motherfucker, fix that. He lives with his parents. He definitely has the money to fix it. Band-Aid. You put a hole in the wall and you Band-Aid that shit. You fix it. The coaching staff for BDS is the only thing that really keeps him alive, honestly. Like, Ice is basically just Noah. Like, Lebrov did, I guess, okay in the split. Nook is just okay. They don't really essentially do anything very well. They do team fight good as a unit. That's about as best I can really offer as good advice for anyone that thinks they like this team. Shale's had a pretty awful year, if I'm being honest. He's not really played well, like, at all, honestly.
Oh, no.
I think the difference in the series was just how bad Shale was compared to Razorg. Like, it was just like, bro, you are just absolutely just shit, honestly, compared to him. So anything else you want to say about BDS, actually?
The only thing I want to say is, like, okay, BDS is good enough to get to Worlds because there's more slots open, but it's like BDS might be our third best team.
No, that's sad because fucking hell, that's so bad.
Because who else is there?
We have Carmine Corp.
Oh God, okay, all right.
Dude, there's Giant. Okay, there's BDS.
Giant X, okay, yeah, no.
There's Mad Lions, man.
Put a Giant X for that shit. They're done. Yeah, Mad Lions. Okay, Mad Lions is better than last year.
Don't tell me that. That's so depressing. That's so sad.
They went all speed. Shit got worse. They overachieved in the spring or in the winter. They got slapped in the spring.
We said, hey, you can do well in winter. That's cool, but make sure to keep that performance up. Nope, they didn't. They actually just got completely just railed most of the split.
Exactly.
So Adam, for me, never came back to the same form he had in winter. He just massively peaked in winter. That benching he just didn't give a fuck anymore. Motherfucker is like typing in alt check. Can we FF? No, you can't FF in a pro game like that. They stopped that back in like season 5.
Yeah, go watch his face again. You can just tell he was just done.
And then, like, we'll do it on Thursday. There was this big giant Monte Cristo double lift drama with lane swaps. I'll just say this. Double lift knows what a lane swap is. I'm not arguing against him or for him. I'm just saying, like, the fact that he would even say that these are lane swaps compared to when he was playing in lane swaps. I watched him play competitively in lane swaps. I know he knows what that is. Double lift is just fucking stupid. He just says retarded shit half the time. I really don't understand why people listen to him for the most part, but he can say some cringe things that are kind of cool here and there. But I'll say, I know that they were talking about like leak scrims. Guys, it doesn't matter if BDS leaked the scrims. Do you know how easy it is for someone to leak something to someone else? I'll show you how you do it. All right, so Chaz and me are like, man, Lennon got a fat, juicy butt. My gosh, you got that back taco looking fresh. Hey, dude, don't tell anybody body I said that, okay? Chaz's like, okay, cool. He could be on his own. He could just text James, hey, yo, Lennon got a fat back taco. That's simple.
Or what happens sometimes with us. You be talking about something, you forgot you went live. You telling me about Lennon and shit. I'm like, wait a second, Lennon fucking who? He's like, wait a second. That guy's stalking Lennon? You're like, oh shit. And you know how times motherfuckers forget they go live and leak shit?
Yeah.
Or forgot, or sometimes they send, or you know, every time somebody sent me a message that meant to go to somebody else, but it went to all, or they sent it to the wrong chat. I'm like, I'm thinking this girl wants me to come over and fuck her. And then realized it was the wrong cast. I was like, because I got like halfway, and then I realized I was like, I messaged her. I messaged her son, and then I realized it wasn't for me, and then I just like, I'm thank glad like I didn't get on the bus. Like I just walked back home because I was good enough distance back to my house. I was like, oh, okay, nope, that was not for me. Thank God. Because I was like, what the fuck?
Oh shit, man! Because that's the thing is, I know because I'll go over it more. We'll go over it more on Thursday, but people don't understand. It's so easy to tell people things. Just with this, it's so easy to tell people shit. Leak, motherfucker! Like after the scrims, BDS could have literally have just told every. Oh no, the only team left in that portion of the tournament was just like Fnatic and I think who did Fnatic face in lower bracket? Before BDS.
Vitality?
Was Vitality? Yeah, they could have just told Vitality. Like, it's so simple and so easy to leak.
It was either Vitality or Bad Lion, or no.
Yeah. No, it was Vitality, right. It was Vitality. That whatever fucking that series was. That that's trash. That's just garbage. Oh. So, that's that. And then today you had this series where G2 versus Fnatic. Game 1, they actually... Did you watch you watched the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So game 1, Fnatic win, and you're like, oh, okay, this might actually, can they pull off the upset? No. Sadly, no. Even when Fnatic were ahead in a few of the games too. They were ahead in these games. They were ahead. There was a chance they could have made it a lot more closer. This series, if Fnatic weren't like half retarded about these players and just the way they think about the game, just the way they even perform, this could have been a 5-game series. I doubt they still win the game 5 if they ever went that far. But Game 2, I remember they were really far ahead, and they just started throwing. One of the games, Yike just volley bear, ults into the Baron pit, and just, steals Baron, game's over, and like.
Yep. Yeah, nah, exactly. You just gotta be like, yep.
You gotta just be like, hey, yo, we're dog shit.
Yeah, but like, so.
Walked in there, just got on all fours as a bear, walked in, just took. Hey, that's my Baron.
I was facing somebody that's more than because after it was right before I went to sleep. I played a game of Pokemon, right?
Okay.
The guy bowled again 5 times. I'm like, oh fuck, should I take these 5 bullets because my play Charizard? Right, he whiffed a turn attack. Before I even finished the attack, he just conceded. I was like, yeah, he's done. It's like you bowl again 5 times and you only have 1 Pokemon, you're done. And I gave him 2 turns to set up because I didn't want to knock him out too fast. Nothing. I was like, all right, cool. Lost back. I was like, yeah, no. Sometimes it's just like, yep, fuck it, I'm done. Just you log in, you log out, you go like, yeah. That's what it is. Sometimes you just log log on.
Dude, that's the thing. I don't understand the Fnatic. Yeah, I to be fair, I wanted only Fnatic out of these other shit teams to go to the MSI. Like, I wanted the G2 Fnatic final because obviously it was going to be the most interesting. It's only for like historical reasons. Yeah. It's like, I do genuinely think Fnatic is the better of this line of shit that comes out of these teams. But they themselves have a lot of problems. They still have these problems too. Why is that whenever I watch this team, they are never on the same page? They are never on the same page, ever, okay? Noah got completely he was bent over on all fours getting fisted in that game 4. Absolutely just turbo useless. Motherfucker was 0-9 on Varus by 14 minutes. If there's a 0-9 Varus in my game 4, and I ever play competitively, and I have to look at you, I'm like, you're lucky I can't throw this mouse at you right now.
If I'm playing against you and you go 0-9 on Varus, I already know that it's game over. Like, all right, cool. I ain't got to do shit.
That's the problem is even if Humanoid can make the hero plays that he did on Azir, doesn't matter. The Jinx had 14 kills by that point. Jinx and Cap, not Jinx, fucking hell. Sama and Caps getting pentakills every fucking series.
Yeah, Hasama was kind of inting though. He was kind of inting his ass off.
Yeah, him and he's had odd moments too. Mickey X. I thought Mickey X put a better finals this time around than last time, actually.
Yeah, but oh my god, when they both got pentas, I was like, oh yeah, nah, fuck.
Imagine that. What is with Capson just getting pentas now? Just has to get a penta at some point.
I saw a video saying, are pentas even as spectacular as they once were, because it's like motherfuckers is getting pentas left and right.
Then Humanoid thought he could just play Early Soul, and yeah, that was something. Jun, I will say this though, Jun actually played really well today. This is probably the best he's ever played ever, honestly. And that still wasn't enough. He straight up solo won them that game one. And then he was like, he tried to play in game two. He played fine on Nico. He played actually pretty well today. It's just Noah just so fucking fat and useless sometimes.
Noah's just getting caught out for no reason.
Noah's just like, he's the other fat version of
Noah is the ADC version of a menace.
Yeah, he's like a menace if he had a brother.
He's the ADC version of a menace. Like literally,
just doesn't do. He could do so much more, but he is so content with just. I don't know how to analyze a player like that.
He's Jay Cutler. He's Jay Cutler. No, he's Jay Cutler.
You know they can pop off, but then they don't pop off when they could, and then pop off when they can't. Like, analyze stuff.
He's Jay Cutler. He's Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler could have won the Super Bowl with the Bears in 2010. Decided not to play in the NFC Championship game because he didn't feel his quads were right, even though he could have played, and just never. And even people said he was one of those players that if he just gave a shit more, Jay Cutler could have 2 to 3 Super Bowls. Like the Super Bowl that Aaron Rodgers had, and that the Baltimore Ravens had should belong to Jay Cutler because Jay Cutler was just that good of a quarterback. But yeah, you look at Noah, you're like, okay, he's just content of being here. It's like what Carly said, like I'm on.
Carzy, we caught you in 4K talking shit. We know you're trying to get a paycheck from G2. We know. You ain't slick. I've been around a long time. I know what you're saying.
But Carzy, if you go to G2, they're not bringing over Hillsang.
Yeah, that'd be a rainy day in hell before they do that.
Like they know.
G2 Hillsang. Good luck with not winning titles for an entire year. Then
Sigma G2 already went with Targalas, and you saw how fat they got rid of him. I went back and saw that year. I was like, oh yeah, this is the time where you
was he not getting carried by Caps that year?
Yeah, Caps had to be fucking super bad. Oh my god, that was. I was like, yeah.
He went to he did okay in spring. Went to MSI, got completely ass railed. Just he looked like shit. Came back to Summer Split, looked like shit. At Worlds, at Worlds he was actually just awful.
Oh no, he fucking sucked at World. That was the first year I was watching.
He might have actually been worse than Kellen, which is saying something.
Because I realized even the last time even LEC got into top 8, they got blown out 3-0.
Hey, you're right. Yeah, you're right because they lost.
Rogue.
Yeah.
I forgot who Rogue, but
this was
Rogue's game to me. Rogue games were more competitive than NRG games, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Like,
this was like the highlight of why Game 2 went the way it did.
Yeah.
So Yike is right here. They have all of them here. Jun could just throw his E, stun him. I mean, guys, they literally have Cassante. They have Aurelion Sol. Oh my god, he gets in and steals the Baron. He flashes in and just steals it.
Yep.
At that point, the game's over. They just clean up on all 4. Give me a mop. All right.
And it's crazy how 3 of G2 players got taken out, but it didn't even matter because Fnatic game there got aced.
Dylan was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Four is higher than 3. We'll take it, but that's why you do it in that game too. Here, hey guys, we got to team fight better because we can do this against Fnatic, but you guys can't even really do this against DK. Don't punch the fuck out of you. Like,
oh guys, and this is the problem with this finals is how low quality this shit is.
Yeah.
They will not. Okay, I promise you. If T1 is Fnatic, if T1's Fnatic, and they have that Baron control, Yike is never getting in there and stealing that. Actually, they don't even need Baron. They can just beat your ass.
I'm gonna tell you this: they might let you in on purpose, get it, and they ace you, and then end the game. I've realized T1 has done that sometimes. Don't let you get the objective just to take you out and then win the game after. Because if they know the timers are high enough and there's one lane that's already broken in, you're done. I was like, oh, okay. I see why
there's no way he should get in there and do that. Nope. Guys, he has a Cassante can push you out. Cassante with his W can push you out. They have a Nico that can Nico could quite literally just blow her ult and stop him. Exactly. What is with teams that just shit Baron controls these days? There's no way he should be getting in that pit at all. I swear, if they're playing up against T1 or GENG, you are not getting that opportunity. They're going to ass rail you in that game. And then somehow Fnatic are ahead in another game and throw. Like, this is the problem with this Fnatic roster is they themselves need a new player, actually. Because never on the same page. It's too inconsistent. They're like inconsistently consistent. The Oscar Renan, he's just not it. He's not it. Okay? He's not it. He's okay. He can have some carry games. And he's just a rapping Spanish taco. That's all he is. You know?
I don't know why I thought he was French, but yes,
is he French? I heard he's Spanish. You're right.
Is he Spanish? He could. I don't know. He's Spanish. I thought he was French, but okay, he is Spanish. I was like,
he has some carry games. He's an all right top laner, but we're talking about winning trophies here. He ain't it, man. I'm sorry.
But my thing is, who'd you replace? Like that's
me Cabochard.
Nah, it ain't never that bad again.
Okay, you ain't shit though.
Yeah, that's like when motherfuckers is like, okay, we gotta replace Fudge. Who we get? And then someone said Revenge. I'm like,
okay,
he's liked by everybody on the LCS. I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck if a quarterback is liked by every motherfucking team in the world. If the guy's ass, the guy's ass. Like, I don't. You want to play with a player who can get you 5 or 6 wins, but can't get you to the playoffs? Man, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know what is this thing where like people go like, this guy's liked by everybody, so he should be on a competitor. How about no? And first of all, that person, you ain't even paying for this player. What the fuck? Yeah, you like him. Well, you go build your own team and buy that guy. Yeah, I doubt most of these people, if they were building esports teams for League, you would take Revenge. I doubt most of you would.
Yep.
Mickey X pulled out Blitzcrank, which I thought was pretty cool. Broken Blade pulled out Twisted Fate. It was overall the series was about as okay as it could get. Fnatic could have made it to Game 5, but they were like just content with just being second place, honestly. Yeah. And you know the typical Fnatic Twitter. I know you've seen it because G2 makes fun of it. Oh, it's like that South Park skit. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry.
Yeah, I thought
we're sorry. We're sorry we get booty railed by G2 every year at this point. We're sorry that we bend over on all fours and take it up the ass like Adriana Chedick. We're sorry.
Yeah, I saw that.
How many? At this point, why even tweet that out? Just don't tweet anything. Just say nothing.
that is so you do like, I'm not messaging that. I'm like, hey guys, we're going to every side. You know, we could win the split, but you know, thank you for rocking with us this split and this season. You know, we got more to come, and then that's it. And then I don't tweet nothing to emphasize. Well, emphasize starts in May, right? That's May. Is it May or June? No, it's May.
Yeah, it's coming up very soon. Yeah, it's in May. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have like a 2-week break actually.
No, is it the beginning of May? Is it? I know it's May, but is it that beginning? No, it's end of May.
I think they have to start at the beginning of May because they have the Esports Cup in Saudi Arabia coming up.
Oh yeah, okay,
in July.
Okay.
MSI 2024. China. Yeah, the first. Yeah, you're right.
May 1st, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why.
It has to start. Yeah. It's got to start earlier this year, which is fine. I'm cool with that. That means less downtime for international competition. So you got about a week and a half.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. It's a week and a half for LPL. It's 2 weeks for LCK and LEC, and it's about a month for the LCS. doesn't even matter because the LCS gonna get fucked anyway.
Yeah. So then who's going to the MSI that we know? It's G2, it's Gen G T1, Fnatic G2, FlyQuest Team Liquid, BLG, and Top Esports.
Top Esports, yep.
Well, LCS is losing every game, as we know, so that's cool. Fnatic, you're in that win too.
I G2 is gonna probably upset somebody, but
that's
I don't
the thing,
know.
though, guys. People are saying G2 could barely take a game off BLG when they had Yagao. We're supposed to expect them to beat them when they have Knight. Like, that's ridiculous.
And
people, they barely beat them in game ones, and it was only because.
And my thing is,
yeah, go ahead.
my thing is, they be saying T1, Exodia is simple. No, BLG is Exodia is simple. They got rid of the mid lane that got better. Where's your guy out now? Where he at?
He's on the side. He's in the stands. He'll be there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Dude, he's there in spirit. That's all that matters, dude.
Yeah. They fucked around and got a new mid laner. It's not like when the girl gets a new guy who's just better at everything than you. Like how Richard Sherman said this Skip Bayless, Skip, I'm better at life than you. I was like, God damn. If a guy come up to you and say that, fuck, he gotta go. Like, at this point, JDG went from.
They gotta figure out their top laner situation though. But dude, we're gonna be honest here. They've had issues the entire split. Everyone knew they'd make at least top 3. Like, the lower bracket final was probably the highest you could expect.
But you gotta realize, you went from winning MSI last year to not even being in it this year. That's when we're getting a new champion. That's automatic. We're getting a new champion.
Yeah. JDG were on a 3-peat. They were going to be going into the Gen G 4-peat phase, but no, that's not happening. Yikes. Yeah. Like, that's my thing here is, I don't know why. I mean, Fnatic's going to go. Fnatic, just play spoiler. And you could potentially... Yeah, just play spoiler. I don't know how you can win, but just do that. Attempt to do that in any way you can. You know, Fnatic versus Gen G. Oh, that's about to be so... I kind of get so destroyed.
That's gonna be nasty. Like Chovy versus Humidor.
Chovy versus.
I can't wait to see that.
Can't wait to see Noah versus fucking
Pace. Yeah, they played against. I think they played against each other in the Challenger. I think
Noah versus Gumayusi. That's about to be just absolutely just a fisting.
Oh god.
They are gonna get so railed. It's gonna be so hilarious to watch them win. Because I know people are like, but didn't T1 lose to Fnatic at World 2022? Yeah. Great analysis, people with a different roster.
Yeah.
What kind of level of analysis is that? Hey, these guys won with a different roster back then.
Yeah, we're about to see Oscar inch his way out of MSI versus Zeus. Zeus could be turbo sprinted it, and Oscar ain't gonna know what the fuck to do because he can't tell if he's sprinted or if he actually played.
Oh shit!
Think about it. I swear to God, Carrie's gonna pull out some bullshit like Misfortune support and then gets a pentakill because he's gonna catch all 5 of them lined up and just hit the ult. Oh god.
Who? Oh, I want to ask. Did they say how many titles G2 now have as an org? Isn't it like 14?
12.
They have 12. Oh yeah, they won 4 back to. Yeah, you're right. They have 12. Yep, that's crazy.
It might be 14, but I know Caps was there for the majority of them.
Yeah, he was
for a good chunk of them. For a good chunk.
Yeah,
it might be
G2 win their 12th title in the LEC.
Yeah,
and people want to say Carlos doesn't have any influence on this org. Guys, who do you think's still making the decisions? He's not actually in esports, but still he has some influence on how G2 is being ran.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't know why Fnatic tweets that gay shit out all the time. It's like, oh, we're sorry, we got ass railed again. You know, support us. Oh my god. What are we doing here?
See, that's the media side. You gotta say that.
You have to, yeah.
Yeah, it looks sappy, but it's like
it looks so sad.
It looks sad, but it's like, oh hey guys.
And some of these series aren't even competitive. Some of them are just getting absolutely just blown out in. It's not even fair anymore to watch.
Yeah,
we're supposed to gaslight ourselves into believing this is a rivalry. These are really historic rivals, guys. Yeah.
This is Serena Williams versus Maria Sharapova. At first, it was close, and then Venus and then eventually, Maria would get to the finals, lose. If it was against Serena, it'll probably be against Venus or somebody else. And if Serena kept winning titles, Serena would beat Maria in the semifinals or the finals. It got to the point where it's like, we're going to compare these two. Look at this tight little white girl versus this big old black woman with curves. And it was like, yeah, you got little black kids that want to be Serena Williams. You got guys that want to fuck Serena Williams. I mean, guys want to fuck Maria Sharapova too, but it's like Serena's the one dominating. She out here wiping this white girl you try to make feel like she's better than. It was like, it's like, yep. That's G2 Fnatic. Every time you think they got a chance, like, oh, we beat them in the regular season. Mm-hmm. And then in the playoffs, you went what? 6? You went 1-6 against them?
2-6, I think.
Oh, 3-1 in the
No, they won 2. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Didn't they get 2-0 stomped in the other one they had, the best of 3, right? They went 2-0, right?
It was 2, yes, 2-0. Right. That's me. In total,
they went 1-6. Oh, hell no. Jesus Christ. G2 is just Fnatic's dad.
Oh, sorry. It'll be 5-2 because you only won 2 games against them while they beat you 5 times.
This year, this split. I remember, they won 1 time in the regular season. They won 1 now.
Yeah, 5-2. Yeah, they were 5-2 because I forgot it was 2-0, not 3-0. Yeah, they 2-0 them.
It's not also counting the times they lost to them, before. It's like, Fnatic. This is literally just JDG BLG all over again. It's just G2 is just Fnatic's dad. That's it.
Yep.
G2 is Fnatic's dad, and Fnatic get on their knees for daddy and start sucking on cock. All right, so, what else did I go over? Yeah, we'll save the rest of the stuff for Thursday. Because I'm going to go to the LPL on Thursday. You watched the LPL series, did you?
Yeah, I watched all of them.
Okay. We'll go over the Monty Double Lift stuff, and we'll go over the Inspired interview you wanted to cover on Thursday, actually. But, yeah, we had a good episode today, actually. GENG, G2, both won the spring splits, both going to MSIs. I'm just only... Hey, the West are there to try, Yeah. I love how people are like, the LCS is so competitive this year. Guys, this LCS split was absolutely dog shit. And I don't know how anybody thinks it was good, honestly. Yeah, Team Liquid, really overperformed. And they did well in the playoffs. But no one had TL winning the split. No one had TL winning. No one expected this roster to win.
Except for Steve.
Yeah,
but he don't count because he
owns the org. Imagine if the owner of the org were like, "Hey, we're probably gonna be 4th." That's saying.
And your owner gonna be like, "Oh, FlyQuest's gonna win, sir. I need to take your bank account to make sure that you haven't been betting." Okay.
Oh God, Shocks came back to the LEC to host the finals a little bit, looking all cute, looking all sassy. God, looking all juicy.
Yeah, because they were showing old pictures of her from 10 years ago, the glow up is she said, this is what happens. So sometimes women get better with age and sometimes women get worse. And it's and then she's like, and then someone, and then people in the comment section started typing, what was it? Hot Mom. It was like, oh my God, nope. Just they were trying to delete all the comments. They realized you can't delete people to spam. Just go to emo only mode. That's it. That's the only way you're gonna, because just
the only time that's cool is when the LCK commercials on Twitch have the Dino Dance thing. That's the coolest one they have. Good Lord.
But you got Shocks out here. Everybody call me hot Bobby and Melvin was like, yeah, nah.
Oh, I remember there was a post she had when I guess Drake's dick got leaked, and she was like, Drake's thing is. She wanted to gawk on that.
Yeah. Yep. I was like, yep. It was like, and then it was like, Laura was like, oh my, and the LSC, the minute the game's over, they need they need like I know Kendra was gone like 5 minutes after. He was like, "Yeah, I'm going to sleep, guys. I've been up for like 13 hours." I was like, "Yep,
Yeah, K-Droll is out here co-streaming the LCK finals, LPL lower bracket final, the LEC finals. It's like, bro, that man's insane. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, because after this, he takes the day off. He'll play some. He's at Challenger. He's played some of that, and then he takes another 2 days off, and then he comes back and he'll do the LPL finals. That's it. It's like, yeah, yeah, because he knew the degeneracy in the LEC. He didn't want to talk about it. He just said anybody spam anything, hot mommy or anything, just bait him. Just he's like, nope. Y'all out here sipping over shots. Yeah, they were some nasty motherfuckers, man. That shit was just hilarious. It was just like that Kitty's chat. And then some people went over to Kitty's chat and was like, "Oh, pretty Kitty." I was like, yeah,
"Oh, got wrecked."
I was like, "No, I'm going to sleep." I knew after the LCK files, I knew I needed to go to sleep.
You want to see this, right? So here,
Yeah.
I'll show you right now. This was the predictions for Fnatic versus G2 today. Oh, I love how we had the T1 predictions, and one of the few people that predicted for them to win was Bang's wife.
Yeah.
She was like, "My husband was an underrated an underrated ADC player." Honey,
you can't be an underrated world
champion.
How
do you underrated 2-time world champion? He won 3 international. He won 4 international events. He won MSI 2016 and 2017. He won 2 world championships, and he won an IEM. He won 5 international competitions.
Yeah.
Not counting all the finals he made.
It's like when people try to say that, like Tom Brady,
underrated 2-time world. Honey, just suck dick. Just shut up. Just stop
like when people try to say Tom Brady was underrated. I mean, in the early years, he was only really underrated at first Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie. After that,
or is it? No, what the fuck? I don't like. Goddamn Firefox. Good lord.
I literally got a video saying I got stuck. Nope.
That's for later. I'll use that for later.
Yeah. Never girl said I got stuck. Okay, yeah, that's a trap.
If a girl's like, "I'm stuck," I'm just gonna be like, "All right, just you need to calm down and you need to go take a hot shower."
A hot, complete shower too. Just no.
Yeah, and while in that shower, think about me sexually, please. One person predicted if you predicted Fnatic to win this, I need to revoke your predictions.
Arrows.
Revoked.
3-1. Like Woo says 3-0. Evie says 3. A lot. Yeah.
Saying 3-1 made sense because they always usually get a game. That makes sense. But 3-1 Fnatic.
Jesus, he had faith.
He had faith. He had more faith than I did. Yeah. Well, he had more faith than everyone because no one thought they were gonna win. The only person I thought Fnatic were gonna win was Sam Matthews, their owner.
Yeah, probably. I mean, of course he has stated. He gave me like, I like my team, but I'm a big team. You do that. Ryan needs to be like, Sam, it might be time to sell your team, or sell your or.
Oh, Vitality have a new jungler. So, jungler Linkus is set to join Team Vitality in the LEC. Karmine Corp also considered him for their roster. They're getting rid of Douglas?
Yeah,
I thought Douglas was fine.
No. I think they're starting to realize he's a good talent, but he might not be completely ready for the LEC.
I don't think he's the right fit for that roster. I think if he goes somewhere else, he'll be fine. Because you can't play with Vetio. Vetio is a fucking weirdo.
The way Douglas plays,
Niski commented on this too. He said they tried to get Linkus for Mad Lions last year too, actually.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, maybe it was Sheep and I. He had a Niski profile pic. So I was like, okay. So who's Karmine Corp getting? What happened to all those big changes coming to Karmine Corp? Nothing.
Everybody else keeps poaching them. It was
who wants to go to Karmine Corp though? They might be in a situation there where they have to play that roster again. No one wants to go there.
The rumor was they was gonna get rid of 3/5 of the team. That they get moved. They think about it. They were running for Tribby. They get him.
Yeah. right?
They were running.
They could have got Kaiser. They didn't.
No.
They could get Limit. They don't.
Yep. There was talks about Aradage, but that kind of fell through fast. I don't think he's going there. Top lane was, I forgot who the fuck it was. There was talks about getting Licorice or somebody from the LEC, but yeah, it was like,
let's see,
who do you bring over for the LEC? Like, there's a lot of talks on a lot of different podcasts about Licorice going over there, but the issue is, due to the LEC only plays 9 games, it goes right to playoffs. There might be a chance you might just go over there and rent out an Airbnb for about a month.
Look at this. Playoffs, you go
right back to the league.
This is what Adam said. Losing against G2 will help us improve even more. Okay, he's on drug.
How about losing against Fnatic? That's what I need to wait for.
Yeah, that's the thing. Losing against G2 made them improve, but they still lost to G2.
And then you lost to Fnatic after that.
Oh my god. Who would you like to see back in the LA? Yeah, Unforgiven could be here. Chasey's not that bad. Chasey could be on the team.
Yeah.
This is Mersa.
No,
I always thought Mersa was straight dog shit, actually. I think he's so boosted. Yeah, these three are fine. These three are on one team. Now we're cooking some gas.
Oh,
if they replace Cowboys with Chasey, okay, you have a stable top laner that can maybe carry Abadagi over Sakin.
That's the
biggest upgrade ever. Unforgiven over Upset. Upset's not been playing that well recently. Unforgiven's consistent. That's fine.
Upset doesn't work with those players.
Yeah, and
Upset might be the only way you do keep, but if you swap him out with Unforgiven, I'm about to use the pun. I'm not upset with that. You get it? I was like, I'm not upset if you replace Upset.
Cormier Corp, do this. How about this? This is your roster: Chasey, Abadage, Limit, Unforgiven, and keep Bo. There you go. That's your roster. There you go. That'll make you somewhat competitive.
That actually could work. Yeah, that actually
now,
could
do you want to
work.
spend the money for that? I don't know. Or if you don't want Limit, cool. Pick Kaiser. Just at least at least if they do make a change, please, for the love of God, if you even want to keep Sakin, which I don't know why you should just give them a fucking unemployment agency. Get rid of Tergamas. He's awful.
Oh no, Tergamas needed to be gone after that whole.
Like, if you want your mid laner to just be some bitch made pussy follower, keep Sakin then. But
Tergamas needed to be gone after he said that the jungler doesn't have. What was it? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, he said he has no flash. The Akali motherfucker had Ignite and TP. Are you blind? Now, not only are you bad, you're blind. Like, the motherfucker was blind.
The joke was, he's not wrong. He doesn't have flash, but it's like, why are you telling us something that we know already? Oh, he doesn't have flash. Okay, thank you, Tergamas. You're like, fuck. That's like when you got. But have you ever sat next to somebody saying some dumb shit? You just look at them like, why are you stupid? Like, that's what you gotta look at Tergamas like, nigga, I know he got no flash. He didn't pick. I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah, if they decide to go, I don't think Carbide Corp is going to do it. But if they decide to go that route, that actually would work. That actually could work. Carbide Corp could actually
like the
get better and get those
how far do you think they would go with this roster? Pending it, could Chasey, which would count as an import slot because he's Korean. Chasey, Bo, Abadage, Unforgiven, and Limit. That's like a pretty strong roster there.
I say
Bo and Chasey will have no synergy like Photon. It's Korean, Chinese, but that's you gotta have to take. That's the only real downside it'll have. Actually,
I would say they won't qualify for Worlds, but they're going to be. It's going to be like XL last year.
Yeah.
It's literally going to be XL last year. Aberdeen is going to lead you to the finals, get 3-0 stomped, but you're going to have enough championship points to be in the season finals. Carlisle Corp could literally be XL from last year if they actually decide to make the moves. Do I think they're going to do it? No, because French people are pussy. Y'all been pussy since 19 40 since the World War II. Y'all been pussy since then. Then y'all was pussy in Vietnam. Y'all still pussy now. But we're not gonna talk about like the whole country of France. We're just gonna talk about shit ass Cartwright Corp.
Yeah, it's just because remember we heard big changes coming to Carmine Corp. We heard shit.
Hey,
saying that shit.
That was like when the Dallas Cowboys said we're going all in and signed 2 whack ass players.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the all in at? Eagles went all in, took our goddamn running back, but that's another story for another day. But at least they did something. Cartwright Corp, you're the Dallas Cowboys. Like, where the changes at? We need to see moves. Because so far, you got the worst team.
Qualified teams for MSI, for anyone who's wanted to know. G2 Esports, FlyQuest, Team Liquid, GENG, Estral Esports, which is tacos, GAM Esports, which is, Rapid East, and PSG Talent, as usual, BLG, and that's it. So we need 4 other teams to be confirmed.
I know CBLOL still playing out right now.
Yeah, I mean, CBLOL, LPL. No, Top Esports is there now.
No, it's just CBLOL that's left.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, there's Top Esports, there's Fnatic, and we have T1
GENG
also in there.
T1.
Yeah, it's just CBLOL. That's it.
Yeah, it's just CBLOL, and CBLOL is going to take forever. It's going to be loud. It's going to be loud. If it's not loud.
Yeah, that's the thing, because you know how like some of the leagues are going to be over for a little bit. I could watch the CBLOL playoffs. I could catch up easily.
It's going to be it's going to be
loud that wins. Just stay home.
Yeah, because
we're gonna see Robo again. Robo against Zeus. Come on, man. What are we even doing here? Robo against Zeus. Like, that's not even. I'm supposed to believe he can beat Zeus.
Bro,
really?
Fuck all that, man. I want to see Robo versus Ben. I want to see that. This motherfucker.
Okay, you just want to see him get absolutely railed in.
This motherfucker Robo be talking big shit like he the king of Brazil. Like
king of Brazil.
I'm not saying he king of Brazil, but that's how he be sounding like. I'm like,
king of Brazil. That's like being king of the fucking autistic league.
I'm not touching that one. I'm leaving that one alone.
Oh shit!
But I'm just saying. You say you the king of the motherfucking thing. I want you to go against motherfucking what's the fuck versus Big. Go get the best motherfucker in the world and then come back to me later.
So yes, after this, I'll have to get you set. We have to get set up for the Iron Man podcast because Tiny's gonna slip through my town. We're gonna talk for a little bit, and then at 8 PST, we're gonna be doing the Iron Man podcast, going over the new Yu-Gi-Oh! April 2024 Forbidden Unlimited list.
Yeah,
actually, this man Chaz makes like one video every 3 months, and it's just bandless update of reactions. Fucking bastard.
Hey, it's only when I get reaction. I'm like, I mean, this one caught me off guard. That's why I didn't get as many views, but it was like, okay, yeah, it's Loud beat Pain Gaming 3-1, and then.
Yeah, set up his bank account. He commented on your video. It's like, I was Yu-Gi-Oh! Only for years now. I am also into Pokemon and split my recreational time between the two. Yeah, no more Yu-Gi-Oh! Only. Konami doesn't deserve any loyalty. I agree.
Yeah, no, I was Yu-Gi-Oh! Only until what's the set before Angel Overload? Angel Overload was the November set. It was the whatever was the May set of last year. Was the last time I was like, yeah, this set sucks, and I knew at this point. But the other though, I went back to Pokemon. They were no longer advocating for people to get the COVID vaccine to go to the tournaments. Once they was like no more vaccines required to go to the tournaments, is when I went back. I went back to Pokemon because I was like, I'm not getting a vaccine to go to these tournaments. Pokemon, maybe I might consider it because it's worth getting some cash. Maybe, but not really. Yu-Gi-Oh! Hell nah. I'm gonna get vaccinated to get a fucking bat. Suck my dick. The fuck?
We'll play. Oh, I forgot. We're on YouTube. Crush card virus stuff.
Yeah, crush card virus. Yeah.
So, anything else you want to talk about before we head out, actually?
Next week is Loud versus Pay Gaming in the finals. Yep. Loud's 3-1 pay gaming in the beginning, in the upper bracket finals, and then Vivo K Stars in the lower bracket. Vivo Stars 2-1, 3-1. It's just 3-1. It's like
Just send Loud back.
Loud 3-0, Red Kaluga, and then Red Kaluga 3-0, Kaboom. K-Star 3-2. Yeah, it's just three. It's just a bunch of 3-0s. 3-1s. That's be Loud. I'm gonna say 3-1. Loud's just going 3-1 pay gaming. I saw part of it and I was like, after game 1, I knew Loud's go. No, after game 2. It doesn't matter if Loud was game 1 or lose game 2,
Yeah,
Loud,
this is one of those regions where even if the favorite loses the game, you have no faith that other team is going to win. Still, honestly.
Yeah, because it's how they react after they win. It's like, oh, it's like what you said. Like what you said, like when Dorsey, I'm surprised we won. That's how they be after just winning one game. They're like, oh shit, we took a game off.
Yeah, I'm surprised our assholes didn't get blown out.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, yeah, because we're out here with the King of Brazil. That's how I'm not. He doesn't come off cocky. He comes off confident because he knows like CBLOL hasn't lost a fucking series since like 2021. It's like.
Yeah,
like, or whatever last time. These y'all talking about GENG go 4 back to back to back to back. You know, like some Team Liquid shit. CBLOL, I don't think they lost a series like a definitive series in 3 years. Like since I've been watching, I think because they usually go 14-0 or 13-0. I think one year they went like 10-4 in the regular season because they just took some game off because let's make it a challenge, and then you still end up going to MSI Worlds. It's like let's make it a challenge for everybody. It's like it was R7 that one year just decided to like be bad, but then they still ended up going to Worlds. You're like,
oh, I Will Dominate tweeted this out. It was on the Pentakill game. He said it's crazy that the game was legitimately over and G2 played for Penta over ending the game in a final. That's how little they respect Fnatic. Yeah, this is not a rivalry anymore, guys, to the point where
this is an ass whooping.
Yeah, like, G2 is just Fnatic's dad at this point. They're just daddy. That's how it works.
I mean, technically, they been dad because Carlos out here funding Fnatic. Carlos owns both teams. He funds one team, and then he funds both teams. Jesus, okay, yeah. Fnatic is the young brother that can never beat the older brother. It's just like that. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
that's the LEC in a nutshell. G2 runs this league, and Fnatic's just the bitch of G2, and that's it. Yeah. But somehow G2 can just beat. Sorry, Fnatic, even sloppy as Fnatic is, can wipe through some of these teams. BDS last split, lost to G2 in week 1, beat every single team, and then got second place because they lost against Karmine Corp.
Yep.
Yep, this league fucking sucks. All right, so.
Yep.
Well, we will.
G2 was not trying to get first, and then they ended up getting first because Karmine actually.
Fnatic only got first in the regular season because Team Vitality unexpectedly beat them.
Yeah.
Remember, Fnatic also lost to Mad Lions too that week.
Yep.
G2 weren't even trying to get first, and they still managed to make the finals.
Ugh. Exactly. And then Rogo was made the playoffs. SK was trying to, matter of fact, next week I need to do a deep dive with SK because something about that org. I don't know what's going on.
What happened?
Next week we're gonna talk about SK again. I ain't never seen a team try to throw as many games as I seen this one team done this year. We need to get down to the bottom of why the fuck SK game is so bad.
Yeah, we could do that the week
on another
after
day.
we can do the week after this one when we do the split recast for the LCS and the LEC. Actually,
because I need to break that team down. That's a bad. Oh my god! I just look at them. I'm like, this team should be better, but then you feel bad for Irrelevant. You're like, he's really become irrelevant. Like he really is. You're living up to your name not because of yourself, because of how shit your team is. They forget that you play the LEC because you're out of the playoffs so fucking fast. It's like, holy fuck. And if it wasn't for him streaming with K-Drill, it was like people would forget you play on SK. Or they probably remember you're the only player that's good on SK. Holy fuck. Yeah, that's...
Got any plans for videos coming up, or are you just going to be doing the one video a year kind of thing?
One video, it's like what I feel like. It's like what I feel like, that hell thing. No, right now I'm just playing Pokemon. If I can actually get my mic to work while I'm streaming, because I was trying to stream early this morning, but I was like, that's when I realized that I uploaded the video, but my mic was, I was like, oh, fuck, but I'm not going to take this video down, whatever. Because you can listen, just literally listen to my mute, and then you can just look at my facial expression, and I was like, what the fuck is this list? This list is so dog shit.
Man, you would think it's crazy. Everyone thought it was the next coming of Christ or something.
Because people was telling me, oh, the Bayless came out. I'm on the website like, y'all motherfuckers got to stop fucking with me. I go on YouTube. There's all these people making the Bayless videos. Like, where the list at? Oh, it's a 1 year organization.
That's already crazy in of itself. Why should the news website have it before the official one? That's already fucking.
But matter of fact, we're going to break it down once we get to this.
Yeah, we'll do that on the other show. So, thank you guys for watching and listening to the show. If you caught it live, make sure to check out the replay. I am now officially back from Vegas, and we'll be putting out a lot more content. I know the content you guys want to watch on the channel, and I will be producing more of that content. And remember, I'm going to be working on the second channel that I have for just comic book and manga related content, actually. So this channel is just all based around the content that I talked about, in my channel update video, which you guys should go and watch. I did finish the podcast schedule video. It is done. I just need to edit it, and it's going to be up in about a day or two. And I'm currently working on finishing the vlog from the F&T Geeks and Gamers Las Vegas 2024 meetup. And yes, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Cloud9 podcast. Wherever you consume your podcast, make sure you listen in and have a great time as you listen to the show and hear us talk about the competitive landscape of League of Legends. And if you want to hear and see what I'm always doing on the show, go and check out the Iron Man podcast episodes. We're about to hit 400 episodes on that tonight as we end this episode of the Cloud9 podcast, actually. So yeah, make sure you guys follow me. Links in the description box below. Follow me on Twitch, Rumble, X, all those places. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend, and we will see you guys for this show this Thursday coming up at 7 PST.